If you are still relying on local servers to store all of your business data, you might already know how risky and limiting that can be. Hardware failures, natural disasters, cyberattacks, or even simple human mistakes can wipe out years of critical information. That is why more and more businesses are moving toward cloud-based backup solutions. But making the shift from on-premises servers to the cloud isn't something you do overnight. It requires a well-thought-out plan. In this video, we are going to walk step by step through how to transition from local servers to cloud backup, what challenges you might face, and how to make sure the move actually strengthens your business rather than disrupts it. Let's start by taking a look at your current infrastructure. Before you can move anything to the cloud, you need to know exactly what you have. Create a clear inventory of your servers, your storage systems, and the total volume of data you are handling. Highlight which applications are mission-critical, which files are most sensitive, and which systems you could live without for a short time during migration. Also, note down any compliance requirements you have to follow. For example, some industries require specific data handling standards, like HIPAA for healthcare or GDPR for businesses handling data from the European Union. This assessment will act as your foundation and help guide every decision in the migration process. The next step is defining your cloud backup goals. Ask yourself, do you want to move everything into the cloud? Or do you prefer a hybrid model that keeps some backups on local servers and others in the cloud? Decide how much downtime your business can tolerate. If your systems go down, can you afford to wait hours or even days to restore them? Or do you need instant recovery? This is where recovery time objectives and recovery point objectives come in. These are basically benchmarks for how fast you can get back online and how much data you are willing to lose in the event of a disaster. Knowing these goals will help you choose the right type of cloud solution and backup strategy. Now it's time to choose a cloud backup provider. This decision is crucial because not all providers are created equal. You might look at major cloud players like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud, which offer broad flexibility and global reach. Or you might consider specialized providers such as Backblaze, Acronis, or Veeam, which are designed specifically for backup and disaster recovery. When evaluating providers, focus on a few key things. First, scalability and pricing. Does the provider allow you to pay only for the storage you use? Or do they require fixed plans? Second, redundancy. A good provider should store multiple copies of your data across different regions to protect against localized failures. Third, security. Make sure they offer encryption both in transit and at rest, multi-factor authentication, and compliance certifications relevant to your industry. Finally, check if the service integrates smoothly with the systems and applications you already use. The easier the integration, the smoother the transition will be. Once you've chosen a provider, you need to plan your migration strategy. Jumping all in at once can be overwhelming. So many organizations adopt a phased approach. That means you start by moving non-critical data first. This allows you to test the waters without risking your most important systems. Another option is the hybrid approach, where you continue using your local servers for fast access and recovery, but use the cloud for redundancy and long-term storage. Bandwidth is another factor to consider. If you have a massive amount of data, uploading everything over the internet may not be practical. Some providers offer physical seeding services, where you ship them hard drives, and they upload the data directly into the cloud for you. Once the bulk of the data is there, only incremental updates need to happen over the internet. After migration planning, the next step is setting up and testing backup policies. Cloud backup should not be a manual task. It needs to be automated. Establish a regular schedule for backups, whether that's hourly, daily, or weekly, depending on your business needs. Use incremental backups whenever possible. That means only new or changed data is uploaded, which saves time and bandwidth. Another important practice is versioning. This feature allows you to recover previous versions of files, which can be a lifesaver if someone accidentally deletes or overwrites something important. But don't stop there. Test your restoration process regularly. The worst time to discover your backups aren't working is during an actual disaster. By testing recovery, you ensure data integrity and confirm that your backup policies are effective. Of course, no migration is complete without addressing security and compliance. Security should be at the top of your list when moving to the cloud. Always encrypt your data before it even leaves your network. This ensures that even if data is intercepted, it can't be read without the encryption key. Implement strict access controls based on the principle of zero trust, meaning that no one should be trusted by default. Multi-factor authentication is a must to prevent unauthorized access. If your business is subject to regulations like HIPAA, GDPR, or ISO standards, confirm that your provider meets those compliance requirements. Also, configure monitoring tools and alerts for unusual activity, so you can act quickly if something goes wrong. Now let's talk about training and processes. Transitioning to cloud backup isn't just a technical change. It's a cultural one too. Your IT team and employees need to understand how the new system works. Provide training sessions so that they know how to access data, restore files, and follow security best practices. Update your disaster recovery plan and your business continuity strategy to include cloud backup as a primary component. Documentation is also important. Clear, updated records of your workflows, policies, and security settings will not only help your staff, but also prepare you for audits or troubleshooting. The final stage of transitioning is monitoring and optimization. The cloud isn't a set-it-and-forget-it solution. You need to keep an eye on your backup jobs, your storage consumption, and your costs. Many cloud providers offer dashboards where you can track everything in real time. Set up alerts for failed backups so you know immediately if something goes wrong. Over time, revisit your provider's pricing and feature set. Cloud services are evolving constantly, and what was the best fit today might not be the best fit a year from now. Regular reviews will help you optimize both performance and cost. Before we wrap up, let's highlight one of the most effective strategies businesses use, the 3-2-1 backup rule. This rule says you should always keep 3 copies of your data, stored in at least 2 different types of media, with at least one of those copies kept off-site. In practice, this usually means you have 1 copy on your local servers, 1 backup on another on-premises device like a NAS or external drive, and 1 copy stored in the cloud. Following this rule ensures maximum protection and resilience. Transitioning from local servers to cloud backup is not just about upgrading technology. It's about building a safety net that protects your business from unexpected disasters. By carefully assessing your infrastructure, setting clear goals, choosing the right provider, planning your migration, setting up automated policies, prioritizing security, training your staff, and continuously monitoring performance, you can make the move smoothly and confidently. The cloud offers not only protection, but also scalability and flexibility that local servers simply can't match. So if your business is still relying only on local servers, now is the time to take action. The sooner you start planning your transition to cloud backup, the better prepared you'll be for whatever challenges the future may bring.